what's up guys, it's Danny. This is the 6-month, I guess, recap of the Apple Watch. This is the first gen gold model, 42 millimeters. Yeah, let's just talk about it. First off, I was hyped to get this watch. I was ecstatic. I remember texting David all day long after I got it that day, which was June 4th. I actually remember the day I got it. June 4th, 2016. I went with the 42 millimeter gold with the navy blue band, which is what's on here right now. And I gotta say, it is by far the best watch I've ever owned. And I enjoy it quite a bit. You know, not everybody likes the Apple Watch, you know. Now, granted, I don't wear it every day. I do try to wear it every day I go to college. So, because it comes in handy. It lets me know when the next class is, obviously what time it is, and I can text in class without the teacher even knowing, because you can now text on this. And it's great, you know. And so that's very handy, you know, and I can see my messages I get, I can see the phone calls I get, so if it's important, I can step out in the hallway if I need to. Otherwise, I can just ignore it. But it comes in handy for that reason alone. If I had had this in high school, I would have never got my phone taken away, you know? But that was a long time ago, obviously. But, yeah, that alone is a selling point, in my opinion, for the Apple Watch. Another thing that I think, you know, is important, obviously, is the looks of it. Because you can buy a Rolex, you know, the Rolexes are several thousands of dollars, you know. The Apple Watch starts at $269. And I think this is better than any Rolex. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Rolex, I love the brand, I can appreciate Rolex. I actually do want one. But I already know, even if I ever get one, I will always be coming back to the Apple Watch. So, it's a very personal product, I realize, and it's not for everyone. If you're a kid, you're most likely not going to care about an Apple Watch, because it's basically a notification device on your wrist, more than anything, you know. It's got apps and all that stuff, but see, it's like, I call it what I like to call a satellite device, meaning you don't really need it, and if you do have one, it's just going to show you everything your phone's going to show you, which is true, you know. And in fact, it actually relies on the iPhone for it to even function right. So, if you've got an Android phone, don't get an Apple Watch, get the Android Wear, you know. I think LG's got a good one. Samsung has a decent one, which I've reviewed in the past on this channel. Not my favorite, it wasn't comfortable. I do think the LG and the Motorola ones are more comfortable. And then Microsoft had the Microsoft Band for Windows Phone, but honestly, nobody has Windows Phone anymore. Let's just be real. So, I find myself changing bands quite often. Not everybody does this, but I like to change it up quite often. So I've got the basic band it came with, and then I've got the Unicorn Beetle bands, one in gold, which is tan. It looks tan. I got one in gold and then one in red, which I use second most. I use this one the most. I am looking to get the Product Red band from Apple for this, because I think red and gold are amazing colors, you know. Got a gold MacBook, for instance. Obviously the watch is gold, my hat's gold. I'm a black guy, I gotta love gold. That's a bad stereotype, don't listen to me. But anyway, the point is it worth it? Absolutely. If you are in the Apple ecosystem like I am, I've got a Mac Mini, MacBook, iMac, Apple Watch, iPhone 7, iMac G4, iMac G5, Apple II, Macintosh Performa. This is all in this room, guys. Okay? I am in the Apple ecosystem. I am. Now, that's not to say I don't have Windows, because I do. I have a Lenovo ThinkPad outside. And by outside, I mean outside this room. And then I've got my Surface Pro 2. It's not even Pro, it's just Surface 2. So, which I use to take notes, you know, when I forget my iPad. So, it's nice. But it's not Apple. I'll be honest, you know. So, if it works for you, if you're in the Apple ecosystem, then by all means, get an Apple Watch. Especially since they're $269 now. That is so cheap compared to what they used to be. I think they were $399 before. So, yeah. So that'll about do it. I don't know why my... yeah, I would highly recommend the Apple Watch. You know, especially since they start at $269. If you have a bigger wrist like I do, 42 millimeters is definitely the way to go. If you're a female, And if you have a small wrist like most females do, 38 millimeters, you know? I mean, you can get the 42 if you want, but it's kind of oversized. 38 would fit you just fine in my opinion, so. There you go. I am very happy with the Apple Watch. I'm excited to see what Apple has in store for the Apple Watch for the future. I don't know if you guys know this, but I found out the other day, and this is old news I'm sure, but they discontinued the $10,000, the $17,000 gold Apple Watch is gone. It's been replaced by the ceramic watch, which is interesting. Not many people bought the gold one, obviously, and it's probably why it has low sales, just because how much it costs. That's a lot of money. Even if you're filthy rich, that's a lot of money for this. So, is what it is. People are freaking out that the pop-up stores have closed down. If you don't know what the term pop-up store means, it means temporary. Okay? Eventually, pop-up stores will shut down because they're pop-up stores. They're not meant to stay forever. People freaking out. Oh, the Apple Watch is doing horrible. Not necessarily. Don't believe everything you see on the media, on the news, in the media, whatever the correct term is. Point is, Apple Watch isn't going anywhere. It's the #1 wearable, just like the iPhone's the #1 phone, you know. And obviously, people are gonna disagree with me, but just look at the numbers. Look at the numbers and see for yourself. And speaking of numbers, congratulations to Samsung. They managed to get themselves back on track, despite the Note 7's blowing up. I saw that in the news today too. They have got all their profits back with other phones by pushing their other devices, and I am happy. Props to Samsung. I don't like your phones, but I don't want to see you guys tank for no reason. Even though that was a good reason, I don't want to see you guys tank. Competition is what makes better products, and I mean that. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.